Hey there again. Congratulations on making it this far. If you made it, you must be really interested in this, and yeah, I guess you're just really interested. That's probably the only option. So thanks for sticking with us. We're like at the fun part, in my opinion. So we're on step number 9, which is actually tracking your food with the Cronometer app. I say before you eat it, right? Because that's the worst thing. It's like you're trying to make all the right decisions and then you didn't realize that the dressing at Chipotle has carbs in it, and you're like, oh man, if I would have known that, I put the dressing on it, but now that I know that, I'm never going to get it again, and now I messed up my macros, right? Real story that this did happen. I think again this process is pretty easy, but I just want to walk you through it, right? So once you hopefully, right, if you're watching this video, that means you did the one before, which is actually your Cronometer. Now we're gonna get into like the more routine, the daily use of it. So when you log in to the app, it should take you to the diary. If not, hit the button in the bottom left, and then on mine there's like right in the on the bottom of the screen, kind of towards the middle, there's a big orange circle with a plus sign in it. You'll just hit that, and it brings you a couple of options, right? In my opinion, like the coolest one is that you can use the barcode scan. So like if you get like prepackaged food that has a barcode, you can just hit that. It kind of engages the camera on your phone, and you could just scan a barcode, and it automatically uploads whatever the macros are for that specific food. And then you'll just adjust how many servings that you have. But you can also just do like a search, right? So on mine currently, there's one that's called Add Food, and it has a picture of an apple. So you just click that, and it brings up like a search bar, kind of like what you'd see in Google, and you would type in whatever food you're about to eat. So the cool thing about this is it has like all of these prepackaged foods and things like that, but I could also type in the like ribeye. Right, so I was talking about ribeye earlier. I can just type in a ribeye steak, and it gives me a couple of different options. It's like, hey, is this the organic one? Is this the boneless one? Is it a cap steak? Is it zero fat trim to 0 inches? And it gives me like all these different options. And so what I like about this is I usually then use what's ever in here, and especially like if it's a restaurant or if it has like the food nutrition label on the package already, but you can't find, like you do the scan and you can't find it, then you just find the one that's closest to it, right? And then kind of make the modifications accordingly. But it gives you these nice, these really nice graphs, and then you can kind of to be able to track your progress towards the goal. I think personally, like this is Mario's opinion of the world. Mario, the digital marketer, not the doctor, not the scientist, not the nutritionist. Mario, the digital marketer's opinion of the world is it's like primarily most important to hit your fat goal, and to hit your fat goal with like clean, healthy, natural types of fats is like the primary objective. So I always try to make sure I'm like almost darn near 100 on my fat goals. When I was first getting started too, I didn't mind if I missed my protein goal, but I'd never wanted it to be like below 80%. But I wasn't as concerned about my protein goal. What I was also really concerned about, and it's probably just as important as hitting your fat goal, is not hitting your carb goal. I think I'm generally around 20 net carbs is what I'm allotted with my current macros, but I think I've only, when I first got started, I think I was down to like single digit net carbs, like 8 or maybe some days I was like 10 or 12 net carbs. I generally I can't remember a time when I went over 20 net carbs. And so it's kind of like this like fun little game of cat and mouse, as you like, hey, I try to hit this number, but like not hit this number, and you kind of just like model out, and it's to me it's fun. It's a fun game. I would say like the best practice is to again track the food, the things that you put in your body before you actually eat. It'll help. And if you really want to be ambitious, like you can plan out your whole day. You can plan out your whole day about what you're going to eat. Based on kind of entering things into the Cronometer app. So hope that's helpful. Like I said, to me, it's fun. Yeah, it can get a little annoying. It can get a little frustrating, especially. And I'll give a tip for that in a little bit. about like, hey, how do I make sure that I hit my fat but don't hit my carbs, and kind of thing. And so I'll give you some advice on that later. But to me, it's a routine. Just start doing it, and I'll talk more in this video. All right, see you guys in the next video.